You are looking at your resume and wondering about, can I be a TPM? Because with great power comes great responsibility. Well, jokes aside, yes, sometimes the TPM role is misunderstood and we might be confused about it. What do recruiters look for in a TPM? When a recruiter is looking at your CV, there has to be some important experience handling projects. It doesn't mean you have to be a formal program manager with 10 certifications. You could as well be in other roles that require you to handle projects, and it usually happens in startups. The recruiter will also look into your technical skills. If you were a software engineer recently or in a remote past, then you should showcase that in your resume. It doesn't matter how far in the past you had that role. Are TPMs that technical? This is a question that I receive a lot. Is a TPM an engineer disguised as a program manager? Oh, you moron. It's a program manager disguised as an engineer. Anyway, a TPM should have the technical acuity to understand a design and review it, identify dependencies, potential bottlenecks, unnecessary complexity, and better ways of doing things. A full understanding of technical concepts, patterns, and stacks is necessary to perform your job efficiently. It doesn't mean that it has to be that deep, but the deepest, the better. Sorry, that sounded wrong. When it comes to coding, it is not necessary, but if you do code, it is a great skill to have. Just for the sake of clarifying, you won't be asked to code anything, but then if you need to go into the code to understand how something works or unblock the team testing a feature, yes, this skill will come in handy. What are you expected to do as a TPM? This is quite flexible and changes from team to team and from company to company, but there are common things like planning, creating and structuring programs, internal communications, reporting, create and drive processes, unlock your team's potential to work in a faster and better and happier way. The TPM role is a relatively new role, so you can usually find people in other roles jumping into the TPM train. What are the usual role transitions to TPMs? Software engineer to TPM, you are quite technical, and if you have been running some projects and you know the organization, then the jump should be super easy. Or product manager to TPM. I was a product manager in my previous job. It was a startup, and as you know, when you work in a startup, people tend to wear multiple caps. So I was already doing the work that a TPM does, plus product work, which put me in a particularly favorable position to make the transition, not only focusing on the execution and technical aspects, but also having experience on strategy and product definition. The next one is the obvious one, program manager to TPM. You got the execution part under control, but you need to cross the T in TPM. It sounded better in the script. As long as you've been involved in technical projects, there is a chance for you. But of course, remember to brush off that technical knowledge with online courses or just reading. Should you move to the TPM role? Are you a people's person? Yes. Then you're in luck. Being a TPM is being in constant communication with other people and influencing them to do what needs to be done. As you know, we don't have any formal authority. The only tool that we have is influence and convincing people to do stuff. Do you want to explore more the business side of things without disconnecting yourself from the technical dimension of projects? Then, oh yeah, a TPM does that and much more. Do you see a structure where others only see chaos? Within a few minutes, you can land a very fuzzy idea into a set of steps. Then go for the TPM role. I think that being a TPM in the right team, not all teams are equally created, is an amazing experience which you can tailor to what energizes you the most. What are the opportunities available to do so? The best chance to do the jump is internally. You can contact hiring teams and talk about the requirements for the role before going to an internal round of interviews. Do you have a TPM friend? Woo! Use their help to guide you through the process. But if you don't have any, you can book a session with me, link in the description. I can definitely guide you through the process. As you know, I put a lot of heart, sweat, blood, and tears into my videos, offering topics I think TPMs and technology workers might be interested in watching. So, every time you subscribe, it makes me super happy and energizes me to keep making more. If there are any topics you would like me to talk about, just leave a comment, subscribe, away. Be kind, be smart, have fun. If you want to know more about what a TPM should do, I'll leave you this video for you and for you only. No one else, just you. Look at it, it's here.